Last year, Brayden Yager scored 59 points in 63 games with the Moose Jaw Warriors as a 16-year-old. That season earned him a top 5 spot on many early draft rankings. We don't yet know how the season will play out, but one thing is for sure, any team looking to add a pure goal scorer to their prospect pool will pay a lot of attention to Jaeger. He's one of the best available shooters in the draft.
Left side Yager, wrist shot, scores! Top shelf Brayden Yager!
In this video, we'll review one of his games to break down his scoring ability, his other strengths, and also some of the elements that he will have to improve to keep himself in the top 5 conversation.
Short-handed right wing Yager, shot, scores!
In this first shift, we see Jaeger's supporting game. He wins this face-off and skates across the ice on the breakout. He could have moved closer to his teammates, in the lower arc, to give a better passing option, but he makes up for it by helping his defenseman move the puck off the wall a few seconds later. He engages an opponent and then makes a really slick hook pass to his teammates in the middle of the ice. This was a very difficult play, but Jaeger managed it very well. And then, we get to see maybe his best quality, his offensive timing away from the puck. Jaeger comes in as the 4th attacker. He surveys the play, and when he sees his teammates regain control of the puck, he separates from his coverage with a crossover and attacks the space. He puts himself in the perfect position to get the puck by timing himself with the play, but the pass lacks a bit of precision. There's a defensive zone face-off here, and Jaeger continues to offer good support to his teammates. When the puck gets stuck in a battle along the wall, he doesn't fly the zone, but recovers behind it to create a safety net. This is an important play because Connor Bedard is on the ice. We know that Bedard can create a lot of damage if he's left unchecked. That's a good situational awareness from Jaeger. The play turns into a forecheck, and that's a nice physical engage from Jaeger, who immediately tries to pass to the middle of the ice. Moose Jaw gets a power play here. They fail their first entry in the offensive zone, and Jaeger gets the puck for a second attempt. This one is a lot more successful because it's prepared better. The first puck carrier freezes the F1 before dropping the puck to Jaeger, making it easier for him to manipulate the opponent with crossovers. But Jaeger also makes a great play at the blue line. He anticipates the poke check and pushes the puck under it.
Pilling, inside circle, gets the shot, scores!
Jaeger is more of a shooter than a playmaker, but when given an opportunity like this, he can pull off some really nice plays. In this shift, Jaeger's team enters the zone. He comes off the bench and attacks a pocket of space in the middle of the slot. The puck arrives behind him, but he manages to catch it and move it into space. Jaeger then probably climbs too high in the zone. He brings the defensive presence with him and makes it hard for his defenseman to find a shooting lane. But he makes a much better play right after. The puck comes down, his teammates grab it, and he once again sneaks in between defenders to position himself for a scoring chance.
Rolling in front, Niven's reaching, but the save is made, rebounds loose, they score!
Jaeger shows a lot of shooting skills here. He knows that he has the defender right in front of him, so he doesn't stop the puck here. He catches it outside of his body, baits a poke check, and then drags the puck around that poke check to find a shooting angle. The puck still bounces on the opponent, but a couple of seconds later, he gets rewarded. This was a great problem-solving sequence from Jaeger. It's pretty clear that he can fire in traffic, and that he can adapt his release to the positioning of the defense. That's a very projectable quality to the NHL. We also saw other examples of his ability to position himself offensively.
The Warriors are on it. Niven cross-ice right wing, Gallant across the pat line now. Goes wide.
This shift starts with a 4-on-4. Jaeger hits this puck at the top of the zone. He skates down the wall and tries a pass across. He was a bit too deceptive. He didn't scan enough for the position of his teammate and he misses the pass. But the good thing is that he immediately backtracks to pressure the opposition. His skating form is pretty good. At this level, he has the speed to catch up to the play and also to separate from the opposition and create chances. Here, he tries an in-stride release that the goalie deflects to the back wall.
Warriors' top 5 picks.
They nailed it on all of them.
Calver behind the net, out there with Yager and Niven inside the final 30 of the period. Right point, Wilson.
One of the main issues with Jaeger to start the season has been his puck management. He misses another pass here. It gets to the top of the zone and he has a pretty good idea. He tries to lift the puck to his teammate attacking the slot. But the play is covered and he's on his backhand, so he has less precision. Considering his situation, it would have been better for him to pass to his defenseman or reload the puck down the zone. Jaeger scores here. He's in a defensive position, he pressures the opponent on the wall and forces a turnover. And then we get to see his speed. He picks up momentum with crossovers, attacks down the wing, and fires the puck top corner.
Comes up short-handed right wing, Yager, shot! Scores! Yager!
It's a great release. He fires it in stride, which makes it harder for the goalie as the shot is sudden. And he also changes the angle mid-shot. His blade goes from a closed position to an open one in a fraction of a second, and he drives his momentum fully into the shot. The end result is a lot of power, precision, and deception. This is the kind of shot that will beat a lot of junior goalies this season, but that could also beat NHL goalies down the line. The puck management issues come back in this shift on multiple occasions. This is another pretty good shot that seems to graze the post. Then Jaeger is tasked with carrying the puck in the zone, but he misses the first pass. Let's skip ahead a little bit. He gets the puck here, passes to his defenseman, but he doesn't attack down after. His defenseman had anticipated this drive down, but he just ends up passing to an empty space, and the lane was closed for this shot. Then, the puck exits the zone, and Jaeger makes another pretty poor play. He passes to a covered teammate. Jaeger is more of a shooter than a playmaker, but we've already seen a couple of great passes from him so far. He's capable of being a better playmaker, and that facet of his game is something that we will monitor during the season. This is already a much better puck management sequence from Jaeger. He's more active, more aware, and confident. He distributes the puck quickly and moves to drag the defensive box around and open space for teammates.
Hilling back up the boards for Yager. He'll skate down towards the corner, then come back up top for Howell. Left circle right, snap shot, high and wide.
Here, the puck circles around the zone. He catches it, but waits before passing. He lets the defender come to him, freezes him with a fake, and slides the puck across. Then he does what he didn't last time. He steps out of the zone and picks up speed to become a more interesting return pass option. This play fails, but the overall setups by Jaeger in this shift were much better. Jaeger doesn't touch the puck in this shift, but it's a great one anyway, because it shows his understanding of the flow of the game. He starts on the defensive side. He plays his F1 role pretty well by taking away the middle passing lane for the puck carrier.
Control the pass, it will sneak out. The Warriors got some time and space to move this ahead. Howell on the left wing, Niven.
His team gets the puck, and you can see Jaeger guide the offense. His teammate wants to pass to him, but he points to the weak side instead, knowing that it's the best path for the puck. Then you see Jaeger controls his speed. He lets his teammate get in the offensive zone, and he comes in a few steps behind the play to stay in the pocket of space. The puck slides just a bit too in front of him, but it was still a great read from Jaeger. If the pass had connected, he would have created enough space for himself for a catch and release. Jaeger is pretty light at this stage of his career. It's harder for him to protect the puck, but on top of gaining strength, he will also need to improve the way he approaches plays on the boards. The puck gets shot in the corner here. He turns to face the defender with not enough space to escape. It's easy for that defender to knock the puck away from him. I like that he scans for outlets before he gets to the puck. A better play would have been to fake a drive down the wall to pass to the top of the zone immediately after.
So the Warriors trailing by 2 early in this third period of play.
Jaeger has potential on the defensive side of the game. He makes a lot of good switches and reads in this shift. He's constantly scanning for threats. He removes passing lanes, and he pressures the right areas and attackers. Like here, where the puck carrier comes around the net, and Jaeger takes away his only potential option. Then, he does a much better job of protecting the puck. He outskates a forechecker on his back, and slips this puck under the stick to a teammate.
As soon as he jumped on, he was right there in front of Atlee, and was able to knock that puck off his stick.
This is another great power play entry from Jaeger. He uses crossovers to pick up speed and disguise his approach. He changes lanes to move defenders around, and then he baits a poke check to gain the line, before dropping the puck to his teammate. This is also a really nice catch. He receives the puck inside a right side weight shift to make the defender think he's opening up his body either to go down the wall or pass to his teammate in the middle of the ice. With that move, he opens up a much better lane at the top of the zone. And then we get to see another right foot release from Jaeger.
Right circle, Yager shot. That one's a blocker save, and then...
This is just one game of Jaeger, but it can give us a pretty good idea of his strengths and the things he will have to work on this season. His shot is probably one of the best in the draft class. In this game, we saw him fire off passes, in traffic, with a drag motion to avoid a stick, and also in stride off the rush. His releases were hard and deceptive. He could score in the NHL. I also really like his offensive movements away from the puck, even if some of his teammates' passes missed him. He seemed to understand how to control his speed and overall footwork to arrive in the right areas at the right time. His rushing game was good. He created a couple of power play entries for his team, and he defended well overall, with the right positioning and stick work. His biggest weakness in this game was his puck management. Jaeger didn't always have great options, but he forced a lot of passes anyway, many of which were intercepted by the opposition. His puck protection ability could also improve, but that will likely come with added strength. it's too early to call Jaeger's upside, but his shot is a truly special skill, and he seems really good at finding pockets of space to use it. That's a great combination. It could make him a top selection at the draft in July.
Ryder Korzak to center, Brayden Yager's in full flight. Jaeger trying to walk his way over, he scores!
So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. You can also check out eprinkside.com for more prospect analysis.